Okay, hello and welcome to the eighth round of DMR. Today we will be racing in France,
Oh,
and we have Adam again.
hello. We are back.
We're back.
No, we are back.
We are back.
We are back. So, today we shall be racing at Paul Ricard, and in my, just anyone's opinion, probably the track with no barriers on the circuit at all, and probably the one where if any crash is going to happen, it probably won't. And yeah, so today we'll be racing around Paul Ricard, which is 3.6 miles long with two DRS zones, one down the main straight and two down the back. This track is pretty much known for having some great overtaking slipstreams down in the back straight at turn 7 and going into turn 1 from 15. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting race today. We've also got a few different drivers also making their debuts today. So, we're going to have a few interesting battles. And also, today we are missing a few of the big guns, such as Racing Burb and who else was we missing? Yeah, we're
Thomas.
missing Thomas. Well, yeah. So we're going to be in for a bit of a treat today because we also do have onion bars with us, so that should spice things up and give Rinrin a bit of a challenge. But
And
that,
Masa is also a pretty decent driver.
yeah. So yeah, we're gonna from last time out in Canada. The minute in the championship, Rinrin is still leading the championship. I'm not sure. Rinrin's got a sizable lead in the championship, but
34 points.
Verk, last time in Canada, he didn't really have the best of luck last time in Canada.
Nope.
So he'll be looking to bounce back today and close the gap down to Rimrin after his strong performance in Monaco. And and last time, Marcin announced himself to the grid as well with a strong performance and claiming first after, I would say not in controversial circumstances, but it was a pretty big it was a pretty not it was a bit controversial because of the penalty, but in the end Marcin took the victory with Rinrin in second dropping points, so we'll see how that goes. So today we shall be racing again. So who's that already off?
Uh,
Someone's
oh,
already off.
anyone off already?
Yeah, it was Sir Zotax is already off at the final turn, so
Oh,
right
probably tried to get a good exit.
then. Right then, so in today we shall see how Marcin. So Marcin is currently on a lap. I think we're going to be looking at around 131s and 130s in um, qualifying today with
Yeah, we
a
might see
few.
some low 30 low 30s. If some of the top guys are gonna quali on the soft tire.
I was going to say you've probably got better knowledge of this track from me. I do not know. Pretty much know nothing about this track, and admitting that on live stream is not a good thing. But yeah, um, that is the preferred strategy. But also here we could also have the chance of rain and going through turns such as turn um, 16 could be very risky as drivers have to always go flat out through there using 7th and 8th gear. And yeah, how they break down here is pretty interesting because, like, as well, coming out of turn 10 into 11, you've got to get on the brakes and be careful not to lock up as you have to shift down ever so slowly all the way into 4th gear. So, you shall see. So, the first one is
Satoshi.
Satoshi's 137. So, I think that's going to be beaten in a few seconds as Marcin comes around the line now. As
As a what? Rin just 6 tenths faster than his teammate.
as Marcin goes over a second past that, and
Okay,
half this goes for the 131. Oh my, there's a 4 second difference now. That's insane on some of that. That's an
Marcin.
absolute.
Oh my god, wait. No, who just put a time? It's Sotax, the 140.
Yeah.
What is up with
That's
these slow times?
what is up, Marley? Marley
What
said,
is
what is
happening?
up? What is happening with these times? These times are all over the place at the minute. So half this seems to have profited with a 131. He's over 3 seconds.
138. Oh my god.
What is up with it? As Riggedy sets a 146?
Yeah.
As was hang on, some of these times Master sets a 133. So after the think Verk is coming round now. Oh, what the devil happened to Verk? He just goes through the middle corrugation as Onion
Oh.
Barge Onion Barge sets a 130.3 and completely obliterates the rest.
On his
But
first go.
yeah, I don't think that is a pretty weird spread at the minute for the times, and
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't.
think. Yeah, Satoshi he slowed down in the last sector, I think, and started a new lap.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Verk
now
abandoned his lap.
Satoshi improves to 134.8. Still not still not at top time, if you can say it like that. But yeah,
As Verk's about to cross the line, so what can he do? Verk sets
nope.
a what? Verk was not on a lap. He looked like he was on a lap, but he wasn't. So he
I think
obviously
he might got a penalty or something. We can check here.
yes, it might be an
Work did a
invalidation.
132.5.
Oof, that was a bit. I don't know if that.
Mm, but he was like 9 seconds faster in sector 2.
Yeah, I know why. I know
Uh,
why he was faster.
uh, I,
Right, so Renault
oh,
home
that's
race.
why he had those. Oh, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense now.
But also, Chappie, he hasn't set a lap time yet, but he's one to watch. He's currently on the soft tyres, and I think if he can get a good run in, he'll be able to give Onion Barge and Harvest a good battle for that pole position. And also making his debut today is Donut Hole, who is still in the garage, and I don't think he's coming out anytime soon
Yeah,
for the
he
time
was
being.
out there at the start, and then he went into the pits again.
Yeah. So that is the first round of qualifying done.
Master joined.
So
I think he.
yeah,
I didn't see he left.
his game crashed. So
Game crashed.
right then.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Right,
no
and
no.
so after the first round of qualifying, Onion Barge is on top with a 130.3, followed by Harvest, the 131.4, and Zotax with a 132.6. Zotax putting in a great time on the mediums for now, so we'll see that as Vert
Oh,
goes fourth with a 132.8.
he's
That
the
is a
fastest on the hard tire for now.
yeah. So I'm not so. Bopo, do you have any idea if the hard tire has an advantage around this track or not?
Advantage. I think there's a quite a big difference from the hard to the soft. At least a
So
few seconds.
So what would you say would be the advantage? So what would you say is the preferred strategy for around this track?
I think I know that I can do. If I start on medium, I can go to soft at the end. But if I start on soft, I can't go to medium because I cannot stretch the soft that I used in quali that long.
Yeah,
But I think we're gonna see some medium to hard or soft to hard.
yeah, but I think unless I'm taking a guess, it's dry at the minute. Unless we have any inside sources who would like to say
Dry.
it, what the weather is, I think it's going to be dry. So
I think it might gonna be it's might gonna be dry. If this many people are gonna quali on hards and mediums that we have seen.
yeah,
But yeah,
I
they
think
might go out on soft at the end.
that's quite a retarded answer from me then. So right, as Onion Barge and Harvest both are on their outlaps with Verk now coming into the
Chappy
pits.
through the middle sector now.
Ooh, is Chappie on a lap?
Yep.
So, so right then, so let's see what Chappie can do
He's
as he
catching up
comes.
to Riggedy now.
He's gonna get
Oh, he
the
goes wide.
he goes wide. That's
Oof.
ruined his lap. He takes a bit of drift. As don't think that helps him one bit. So right.
There's not a lot of grip off the track.
Nah, this track is notorious for having no grip on the surface. Like, to be honest,
Oh my god, Riggedy.
what's
Look at
happened?
them fighting already.
Right then, so is Chappie going? I think Chappie's gonna go for a lap. So
33.6, but that was not the
yeah,
optimal conditions.
he can definitely go faster than that.
Yeah.
But Riggedy, I don't know where Riggedy's going, but right then, as now Onion Barge is coming up to the final turn to begin his flying lap as Harfist crosses the line. So the top two are now going for another lap. So we shall see how they both compare now, as they both now are on the soft tyre again. is Zotac. Zotac is also on his lap, so all the top three are on an out lap at the minute as Onion Barge begins his flying lap, and
Yep.
Halfist has abandoned his lap by the look of it. He must have made a mistake. So right, that leaves Onion Barge to begin his flying lap as he comes down into turn 3 and turn 4 as he comes through the second sector. So
He's improving 2 tenths in Sector 1.
he's already up 2 temps, so that's already great to him. So Halfist is abandoned, and Zotax is now going. So is Verk is on his outlap, but he's qualifying on the mediums. So right then, Onion Barge is already up 2 temps in the second sector as well. So we'll keep an eye on him as Birken goes third with a 132.1
Oh,
on the medium tires. That is a great time by Birken as
it
well.
is.
Heinz, who's also out, his Massa's 3 temps up, so well, that, but he's on the mediums again. So I think we're going to see a load of different strategies at the minute. So yes, we shall be able to see this. As Marcin is also on the medium tires. As now a few drivers are going for
Donut Hole
different.
goes third fastest
Oh, that's great.
with the medium.
Donut Hole is currently making his debut today. In place of was Ringo's P2, the
Oh my god.
131.2 on the medium tires. But as I was saying, Donut Hole
Yep,
is making his.
Onion
Oh,
improves
sorry,
30.0.
Zunyan Barge sets the pace again as he already this season he's raced in Bahrain as a reserve, but absolutely nails the lap time with a 130. So I can see the 129 barrier breaking at the moment as Zotax goes
Soltex,
further.
yeah, he's improving a lot, of course. He's out on the soft tire.
As Massa also does improve.
Oh yeah.
As Chappie is now coming out onto the hard tire, so I think he's also changed his tactics to it.
Oh,
So
yeah, Soltex goes fourth fastest.
sorry, a load of drivers' results are flying in at the minute, so it's being trying to keep up with them all. So before the saying, Donut Hole is standing in place of Theodore Bundy, who is currently out injured after having a leg operation, and he should be returning in about 3 weeks. So until then, Donut Hole will be flying the flagship for Red Bull, along with Heinz, hoping to pick up some more points. As now we enter the final 5 minutes of qualifying,
Yeah.
and
We have
we
work
expect
going through the middle sector now. He is. He's six
six.
tenths up.
So that could be a significant gain. So he's now
Yeah,
on the
should
medium
be a lot
tires
of
again.
time to find the third sector on the
Yeah,
medium from the hard.
for sure. So as now, who is any of the top three? I think Rin is not on lap. Harfist is on an out lap, so we'll be keeping an eye with Harfist. Burkan is currently 1/10 up on his time as he comes through sector 3. Now he's 4/10 up on his time, so he expect him to rise up the grid now. And Marley crosses the line to go 10th as does he improve his time or not?
Work
Uh,
132.0. 8 tenths
so
from his rival Rin.
yeah, these two need the gap now between these two. This is going in Rin's favour. So
Oh, what happened there?
I'm
Was
not
that Marcin who
well.
improved? I think it
Okay,
was.
Marcin, yeah, Marcin just did improve the 130.16. He's now up to 5th position. So Season as Burkan also crosses line and moves up to 7th as Burke drops down to 8th. This is not going well.
32.000.
One thing I think now, unless Onion Barge is not coming out again, this is going to be a fight between these three. As now, I think the person who can most likely beat Onion Barge is Harfist, but he needs to find a whole half, one
Rin
and a half six.
yes.
He
Yeah.
obviously thinks the job is done, and I think that's safe to say. So I think the battle is between, I'd say, Harfist and Onion Barge and Zotax for pole, because both of these on the soft tires. Harfist now crosses the line to begin his final flying lap of the
So
session,
with
I think.
Chappie, he's on a hard on the hard tire.
Yeah, he completely changed his strategy after that little break lockup. So now we're going to watch Harfist as he comes through turn 3 now, as he comes through turn 4, as we now come up to the first sector. What will his time be? Has he made any improvements? Oh, he's 1/10 down, so ooh, this is clearly in Onion Barge's favour at the minute as he comes through. As Onion Barge comes out again, is he going to try and break the 129s? I think he is. As he's looking like that at the minute. As now Harfist comes through into sector 2, will he be able to find any more time, or is he not going to be able to overhaul Rinwin? Because he needs to find another 3 attempts as he comes through he's too. I think he's a bit too far down, but I don't think. I think Zotax might be able to do some damage here because he's on his outlap and he's still got a fresh pair of softs on. So I think that's pretty much going to be Zotax's chance. As Marcin as well, I think is going to try and do one more lap, but he's on the mediums. So everyone here is playing a different strategy game to each other, and it's going to be interesting to see how this pays off in the race. Because even though qualifying is kind of important, but the main thing on this track is the slipstream going down the back straight. So
Harfist,
it'll
he close to improve, but doesn't improve at the end.
yeah, he's just
Marcin is almost 3 tenths up on his mediums. Can he beat Rin? That is the question.
well,
And Verg as well, he's also on a lap. He's in the last few corners now.
is he coming on? Is he coming on into the final turn? Is he going to improve? As Vert comes over the line, oh, I think he gets a bit too much on the curb.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'm not
Oof.
too. Is that going to red flag the session? But I don't know what happened then.
Oh, he almost hit Marcin there. But Marcin he improves to a 131.1. He goes faster than Rin. He's the
Also,
fastest
sorry,
man.
Zotax has improved by 1/10, so he could be up into P2 at the minute. So we're gonna watch.
Yeah, he could, yeah.
So as Zotax comes down the back straight, so what can he do? As he comes through into sector 2, we shall watch on board now with Zotax. As he through the turns 8 as he 9 as he comes to 10.
Oh
As
my
what?
god, Chappy.
I don't condone any of this, but fair enough. So it's the sound effects right then as we now ride on board with Zotax as it goes a bit too wide as he gets at the barge gets
Whoop,
wide as so
Chappy
does
goes
Chappy.
there. I think it's gonna be this and next lap invalidated if he keeps cutting like
So
that.
but right then so we need to watch Zotax as he comes into turn
He's not
14.
gonna make it. I think that might have distracted Zotax a bit. Um, and he goes
Yeah,
third fastest, only half a tenth from Marcin.
that is a blistering lap as I think Onion safe to say the man on pole is Onion Barge, who's gone over a whole second faster, but also great qualifying by Marcin on the mediums. But overall, that was great for Onion Barge and Marcin in P1 and P2.
But we still have Marley here improving a lot through the first sector, and he picks up some slipstream there from his teammate.
Yeah. No, so we've got Donut Hole is not going to improve. So I think that maybe as Haas now tried the giving each other the slipstream and see if
Nah,
improve
Massa
that.
is not on a lap, he just gave Marley slipstream on the back straight.
Damn it! I was hoping they would give each other slipstreams. Otherwise, no. As they watch on
But yeah,
board,
Marley was like half a second up through the middle sector.
was he?
Yep. So he could be in for like a P6 maybe.
Yeah, if we can keep this up. Oh, Massa goes straight.
He's slowing down before the line now. It's because
I know
I
what
think
he's
it,
doing.
yeah.
He wants tire choice. Dirty tricks from Marley there. So,
Yeah, he wanna start on the medium.
but I'm afraid that is not gonna work, my friend, because that has put you P10 as
Oh no, he has got his fastest time on a medium, so that's why.
always shown me different times. It showed a Haas one into the barrier. So right,
So yeah, we pretty much got the quali results now.
right, and so Onion Barge taking pole position with over a second, but qualifying in France can be a bit irrelevant, but overall, we shall have the classified results up now with Onion Barge on pole, with Marcin in second with a 1:31.1, Zotax in third, a great qualifying by him, Rinman in fourth, Harfist fifth on the third row, Donut Hole P6, Burkan and Burke on the fourth row in seventh and eighth, and Massa and Marley in the both Hasses P9 and P10 on the fifth row of the grid now. So,
And
right,
really, he is P14, pretty decent from him.
that's a for Riggedy. That's a good performance.
Yeah.
P40 not last. He's put it this way. No one is no UGE day as he pretty much had his super license revoked, if I can remember. Yeah, he did.
But yeah, I mean, really, he has improved a little. I think he's not as far back as he
He,
was like
to
if we go
be
half a
honest,
year back.
from the start of the season, he's improved. He's not got a racing line on anymore. He's got tried to. He's racing with no assist as well, but there is improvement starting to come there because this is like his first proper league race as well. And the improvements are coming. I mean, he got a point in Baku, and that was because he kept it on the track. Pretty much, you need to be in the right place at the right time to get the points, and that's what he did. So it was fair play to him. But right then, we shall begin the
It looks a
formation lap.
bit cloudy. Maybe some
So,
potential rain.
oh, even
Yeah, and we only have
coming.
three cars starting on the soft tire. That will be Onion, Soltex, and Harfist, and everyone else are starting on the medium tire.
Yeah, I was gonna say that could play in well into the hands of Marcin and Rinman starting on the medium tire because the skies do look a bit dark, and around here that could mean anything could happen. So we shall see what happens when the rain is coming, unless the Onion feels the rain can hold off, and as well as Zotax and Harfist. They're the only two on the soft. They're the only three drivers on the soft. Sorry, that could change the complexity of this Grand Prix. So I'm going to make a bold statement. I'm going to put Marcin for the win, even though my gut tells me to go with Onion. I think Marcin might have the better tire choice at the moment, unless it
Yeah,
rains, because he'll be able to go longer. But
yeah, but
we'll.
the rain might come later if there should be.
What is it? What is it? If not, we'll
That
have.
that was actually what I did in SLR Tier 1. I managed to get my mediums till lap 18 or 19 something, and then it started raining, and then
Oh
everyone
god.
else, also the guys on the medium, had pitted, so I got like one less pit stop to do than the others. But yeah,
Um, I think with this in this race, this was my first race with all assists off, and I just remember coming in VRL and coming round turn 10. I was just locking up and sliding all the time, and then to make it worse, the rain came. So that didn't help one bit. But anyway, forget about that. The drivers are now lining. No rain. Thank you from Marcin. There is no rain forecast, so
oh,
it might be dark, but there is for sure no rain going to be here today. Right then, as the drivers line up on the grid for P1 all the way down to P16, will Rinrin be able to take some more points in his championship lead, or Marcin and Onion be able to spoil the party,
and
or will
will Riggedy
Vert?
be able to get points in this race? We'll
Ooh,
soon find out.
yeah. Right then, as the drivers line up for the starlight sequences. One light, two lights, glitch again, four lights, five lights, and away we go.
Looks
Onion
like
Barge gets a
Onion
good start.
didn't get the optimal start,
So,
super start
oh,
from one of the horses.
Biggity has a moment in the background, but Onion leads into turn one, followed by um, Onion Barge as all the drivers changing positions.
Massa
As
got a super start.
that's
Yeah, he got
I
a
think
flying start almost.
I
He
think
almost jumped it.
Chappie's up to P13. Right then, as all the drivers coming out, I think no one's made any contact to the minute. Oh,
Oh, what
Satoshi.
someone?
Or as as one of the Red Bulls goes flying off as Satoshi's all the way down the back of the field. That has not worked out for him
Massa
very
a bit
well.
off the track. Rinrin
As
all over the tail of Soltex for P3.
yeah, as what's happened here? There's a
Verk got a
huge
bad
battle.
start.
Yeah, he did. He's got a bit bogged down, but there's a massive battle at the minute for between P6, P7 as Halfist. Martin, no, he's up. Halfist goes to turn it as he makes contact with Massa's
Oh,
massive
Massa!
These two drivers trying to keep it on the track, but there's a four-way battle here at the moment, and always Rinrin makes a move on Zotax. He's going around the
Oh,
inside.
look at this, they're about to go side by side here. Is it gonna work? Oh
Yeah,
no, he spins! Half is
who does?
crashed! Massive
Oh
crash
no!
there.
Oh no!
Big
Half.
crash.
That's. Oh, it's one of the Red
Satoshi.
Bull.
Oh my god, someone goes wide there.
Yeah, it's donut hole. But
Oh, Riggedy, there's damage. Someone got damage.
oh no, I think
I
I'm
think that
not
was
sure.
the McLaren of Velocity.
Yeah, he did. But that's unfortunate for him. But fortunate for Halfist as that was a great qualifying by him. But anyway, as we complete lap 1, Unyabaj leads, followed by Marcin in P2, followed by Zotax in P3 as Rinrin is having another look. Trying to overtake Zotax now for P3, and he has not been able to get the move done yet. As Massa made a brilliant move for the start as he's up. Where
Now
Massa
Rinrin gets
is
his chance down the inside. Oh, that's close racing.
very close racing. But there's a few battles going on further back as P5 to P6 are in pretty close proximity as
Yeah,
well
now
as Marley
Rinrin
and
gets a very good exit there to the back straight and will
Bill
probably
have.
get him into the chicane here.
Yeah, I think Rin is as he goes side by side, he's definitely got the move done unless Zotax tries to put
Oh.
up a fight. Oh, he's actually putting up a fight. He doesn't get past. Zotax keeps hold on to P3. Fair play to Zotax. He keeps the place and carries on. So well done to Zotax. As that battle is intensifying as P6 to P7. There is a close battle on as well as
Oh,
Donut
look at
Hole.
this. Rinrin now, side by side.
I think he's got the
Into the
move done
long
as
right
Zotax.
hand. Yep. Oh, Soltex was almost there again.
Almost did it, but I think that's safe to say Rin has got the move done. But as now, what's happened to Satoshi? Losing a bit of ground.
Satoshi and Verk. Verk giving back the position.
Oh, is a Mercedes? Is that Burkan? Burkan's off. Burkan going really slow for
Now
some
Riggedy is
reason. So
about to make a move on him.
I don't know where I thought Riggedy was flying off track for like 2 seconds, but it's just all positions just changing at the minute, so everyone's just shifting around. There's Hines and Hasselhoff now are in close battle for P7 as Hines goes a bit wide into turn 2.
But yeah, Hasselhoff needs to look in his mirrors now. Now Satoshi
Oh!
is coming.
Sorry,
Oh,
Hasselhoff goes a bit wide. Does he make no, he doesn't make contact with Satoshi. That was pretty close as Verk launches
oh my
down.
god, there.
That was an audacious move by Verk,
Oh.
and he makes it stick. Good racing by Verk, though, but that was a bit of wheel banging to say the least. But we shall see it as Satoshi goes the pass on to Hines into P8 as we get the move to turn. Hines is not going to fight back, so I don't think he's got DRS. So it's Satoshi out into P. As that was pretty close. As now Rinrin he's closing down on Marcin. These two are not gonna let that feud go from last week, which is pretty much still fresh in the memories of both of those drivers. Now as Hines is continuing to hunt down Satoshi now, as I think he won't give that place a fight. But P9 all the way down to P12, they are
Oh
pretty
my
much
god,
they are.
Berg. Oh, he spins around. Berg has spun. And
Oh,
he
traffic
spins
out.
around Berkham and the two Mercs, I
Chappy.
think.
Yeah, Chap.
Oh, yeah, Berg, he
But
had to make up a lot of positions because he's behind in the championship.
I was gonna say I don't think making moves like that is gonna
Mm,
help your case. He just came in on camera and looks like it was a bit audacious and yeah, it looks like he was a Seb Vettel and just hit the pressure too much and unfortunately that's happened. I think he got wing damage as well. So Verker's gonna now go all the way to the end and that was just a tad bit unfortunate, and as well, Chappie, through no fault of his own, again getting caught up in an incident which was not his fault. And Chappie is a really good driver. Also, sorry, as ahead, Burke and
Oh,
Hasselhoff both going against each other for the final points position, as Burkan has DRS going down the straight. Will he make the move stick? I think he has got the move
we
done.
have Massa and Soltex here, very close to each other.
Um, Zotax is just not close
Oh,
enough.
Massa goes down
Oh,
the inside. Soltex goes wide.
I think it looked like. Hang on, that was just bloody lag. Not Zotax spinning off, but Massa gets the move done, and he's up to P4. Massa is on a rampage at the minute. Where did Massa start? Massa
P9.
start.
Yeah,
Massa
he got a
started.
very good start. He was P5 on the first lap. I
He's
saw
gone.
him. I just saw a Haas just overtaking the car in front.
Oh,
Like,
sorry, as
yeah.
is that Marcin and Rinrin getting really close
Oh,
with these?
Rin
These
got
two
some
are now.
pace.
Rinrin's up the back gearbox of Marcin as they come into turn 3.
Oh, so
Now,
tight. Oh my God, Marley's no Massa spun around. No,
no, and so
no.
oh my god,
Oh
both
my God, he
Hazes on
almost got his teammate there.
as Marley gets a 3-second time penalty, which will be removed.
Very
Because
unfortunate
yeah,
from for
yeah,
Massa there.
he was doing such a great job, but that was unlucky. But now will Rinrin make the move on Marcin as these two drivers go into battle as Rinrin goes wide, going into turn 8. Will they get the move done? Oh,
Looks like he did.
just about. Is Marcin going to be on the fight back though? Because he's going to have the slipstream coming down into turn 8.
Oh, he goes to the inside. Oh my God. Oh,
Oh
there's
no,
contact and Marcin spins around. Big damage and he's out of the race. No.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, now we
That
have two major incidents. Both Williams cars spun out the same place and crashed out the same place.
no more. That I got that on camera just, but I didn't expect that. Oh, but Zotax comes into pit, but
It's quite early, yeah, but he is on the soft tire. But yeah, now it's gonna be interesting to see if or how much Rinrin can close up 5
to
seconds to
Onion.
Onion.
But yeah, that was.
As
I
Massa
don't
goes
know.
down the inside of his teammate. Oh, but Marley fights back now, I think. But they have Satoshi coming from behind who started from P12 and is already up to P6.
Yeah, he's already doing a good job as Hines gets a 3-second time penalty, but Marcin unfortunately out of this race quite early, and Massa now hunting down Donut Hole, who's currently trying to find space for P3 as Marley is in on Massa. He's got a slipstream. Will he be able to get the move done?
I think there are some team orders involved.
What is it? Will we speak after
Hold
Gunther?
position, hold position.
What is it? Just ironically that
Oh,
both has.
what's going on there? Heinz. Oh my God, what?
Well, oh, it's
Oh!
Heinz go. Just
Okay,
caught on
I'm not
port.
sure what happened there.
I just got him in a spin, but unfortunately for Heinz,
And
that's
this
the end of it.
puts Riggedy up to P12.
Ooh, so put it this way,
Interesting.
why is it interesting? Riggedy up into P12. So as now we are on lap 7. Rinrin is 5 seconds off Onion. Onion, who is still yet to pit, is on the medium, is on the soft tires, but Rinrin's going to have a considerable. He's on the opposite strategy, so I think the battle will be down to the wire unless. Well, Rinrin is starting to close the gap because I think the softs are starting to go off for Onion as he comes through sector 2, and hopefully the timing screens update. He's got it down by 2/10 since the start of the lap. So Onion's tires are starting to go as Satoshi is now joining on the battle for P4 as he catches the Haas train, and we see this now as they come back down the back straight into the DRS zone for turn 8. Now, as
Marley's gonna
the
try
long
to
shot,
defend the inside.
is
Oh,
he going to be able to get the
Satoshi is
move?
not close enough. Looks like
Not
he's
yet.
saving ERS because he's only got 30%.
Yeah. He's in Tomo 2 as Marley has got pretty much more than half the DRS. As Massa is now still has no ERS. So all these drivers are different. As Zotax gets past his teammate Velocity for P10, as Zotax pitted again, or was he what? 'Cause
Yeah, so Taxi pitted
no, I mean, has he pitted once or twice?
once.
Yeah, because he's going all the way to the end on the hard tire.
Yep.
So yeah, as Onion Barge comes into pit, so now this gives Rin room to breathe
He
and to
goes on the medium tire.
hmm.
Then he needs to go 9. That could actually be possible to go all those laps to the end.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that's
possible.
possible. Yeah.
The only thing is though, he's gonna come. Whereas Onion? Onion has come out behind Chappie. So not. Ooh, that was close. That was really close. As Birkin cuts across the pit lane entry to almost into Onion. But right, so Onion has got to get past 7 cars to get to Rinwin. So Rinwin has got to start making room now as the race progresses into the near of the halfway stages. We're currently a quarter of the way through, so we shall see how this works
Yeah,
out.
but
But
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Rinrin is gonna go on
oh,
soft or hards. Actually.
yeah, it will because I think he'll obviously have kept an eye on what tires Onion has got on, so he will obviously have the choice of which tire he wants to choose, and it'll just probably be which most he's more comfortable on. But the mediums do seem to last around here, but when they get to the end, they can be very slippy. And Zotax, obviously, he was P3 and he's gone for the opposite strategy to Onion. So Zotax is going to have no, hang on, Zotax is on, yeah, Zotax on the hard. So actually, no, it says he's on the hard. Anyway, Zotax hard on. Because I think
Yeah,
I've got the time.
he should be on hard. He is for me.
Oh, it's glitching for me, I think.
Oh.
So Zotax is currently on the hard tire, so him starting P3 that could gamble into his favour. As Birkin sets the fastest lap on the medium set of tyres, and that was a. Hang on, he's on 8th lap old medium tyres, so it shows the times are starting to fall. But that was great by Birkin then, who's also making his debut today after being drafted in. But now Satoshi is now closing in on Marley for P4 as both of the Hasses now are closing up on each other. So this is now going to be interesting as Chappie is also closing on. These guys are yet to pit. So this will be pretty good to go. Um,
So yeah, I guess Rin is gonna hope that his teammate Satoshi is gonna hold up Onion, maybe.
what is it? What is it? The wingman's coming into orders here. The, I mean, though, even though Massa spun, he's doing really well at the minute from the rate that he has recovered at. But currently, the Toro Rosso wingman is stuck in P5 at the minute as the nice train
Oh
forming
my god,
to be.
Chappie.
Oh no! Oh
Oh.
my! That was a ballsy move. Hang on, did Satoshi get damaged? That was, Satoshi did not get damaged, but that was a ballsy move by Chappie.
uh,
And he gets up into P4, and
and that's
again
definitely
that.
gonna help Marley a bit.
But I'll just like as I was saying, Chappie is a really good driver, but in the last 3 races, he's had no luck at all, and he was on for Monaco, he's on for P2, but for certain circumstances, that didn't happen as we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that up the field?
Not riggedy. Okay.
No, you don't really. No. I'm not too sure, but let's tune in with Riggedy. Riggedy is coming across the start finish straight and is currently on his way
17
around again.
seconds behind Berg.
Yes, but as Zotax gets past Hasselhoff on the straight going down into turn 8, as Hasselhoff currently is on 9-lap old mediums and will have to stop again. But Zotax now, he needs to get a move on. But the thing is, his tyre is going to be in much better nick than all the guys ahead of him who have yet to stop, as everyone from P1 all the way down to P6 plus Burkhan need to stop at some point.
Oh
And
no, Chappie does the same move on Marley as he did on Satoshi there. But
pure
no
dive.
contact. No contact. Oh
Oh,
my god,
so
look
God,
how close these four cars are. Now Marley
that
is gonna try to fight back.
I mean, Onion's got to get through this pack to actually. Oh, he goes to the move.
Oh, he
Oh
spins
no!
around! Onion,
That
the
was
race leader, has spun around. Oh! As Burkan just goes through him. Oh my
but
god.
what happened? That I just saw him coming on camera, the bloody camera. I thought, no, 4 cars are not going to fit into turn 1, and
They
that was
didn't.
unfortunate. Yeah, obviously that did happen, and that now could have given Rin the win of the race, and I'm not too sure what happened
I think
or
he
what.
tried to make a move down the inside and there was a bit of contact and he
Yeah,
spun.
I think he will ban with Chappie. So how long's that? That has put him 20 seconds behind Rin.
Yep.
So he might be out. He might still come out in front of him, but I think the gap will be a
Yeah.
tad bit close. Because how long? I'm not too sure how long
Rin
he is
Rin
in the
is
pits.
pitting now, so
Maybe
he's
he's
gonna go
pitting.
for the hard tire.
So how costly could that spin be for Onion Barge now? So he's coming through the final 2 turns. He's coming through there. So now we'll keep an eye on Rin, because Rin now goes into his box as he gets on board. So the medium tires are going on for. So right then, where's Onion Barge? Onion Barge is coming through the last turn. Rin is Rin at the pit exit. He's
Yep,
just left
he's.
the pits. These two drivers.
Oh
Oh
my
my god!
god!
Even that costly spin has
Oh.
still. Oh, that costly spin has
Oh.
meant Rin has just come out behind Onion, and that did not cost Onion one bit. But hang on,
Yeah,
Rin's on the
Massa
hard
is
tires.
right behind Soltex, who pitted 6 laps ago.
Yeah. So this now could be feisty. That time that Onion built up, he's lost. So I think I completely cocked that up. But yes, we shall see how that affects the race results at the end. But now this will be an interesting battle between these two guys till the end of the race, as Rin is under a second on the hards, but they still need to warm up to actually get the full potential out of them. But that is Zotax now. I think is in a net P3 from the look of it. But Massa has put the hards on, but he's going to do that. So the race leaders are in P4, as I think Donut Hole and Chappie should be in sometime soon. But this is one thing. If Satoshi is might use the Valtteri it's James technique here, unless he goes into the pits. So that was definitely not happening. So Onion Barge is currently still in the lead of the race. There's the top 3 pit for fresh rubber. Um,
Let's see where they're gonna come out. Um, Soltex. Wait,
where is that?
Donut Hole, he jumps Soltex. And Soltex got Massa and Chappie very close to him. And they will have the advantage being on fresher tires.
Yeah, I think
Massa
as
gets a penalty there, yeah.
Massa gets 3 seconds, but Onion Barge is currently pulling away from Rin, but those
It's
medium
not a
tires,
lot,
it's
just
not
a
a lot,
few
but
tenths.
you got to think as well. What damage did Zotax and Donut Hole going for the overtakers? Donut Hole goes down the no, that's Massa going down the inside of
So
him, and
seconds.
it was
Fourth
velocity.
fastest. Oh, not fourth fastest. P4.
Velocity just had a might velocity might have disconnected again, so I'm just gonna sort them. But yeah, that I'm just gonna keep an eye on Donut Hole because for him that's going to 10 easy seconds off the lead, and
Oh,
he's got younger tires on, so he might be a threat here to the top two, but I doubt he is. But the battle for Onion, I think he's going to have a little bit of a battle in his hands in the last 13 laps, because I don't think that spin did him any favors at all with being spun around by Satoshi. So those medium tires are definitely going to be worn, and Rinrin is on younger hard tires. He's under a second, so either Onion has got to get the battle of his life on, or Rinrin is going to take victory here. So we shall see in the closing stage. But Donut Hole and Massa are now going. As Rinrin gets a more, Rinrin gets a time penalty.
oh my god. And Onion only got one warning.
So that could swing in the favor of Onion here. So Onion just needs to keep the gap down at the minute, as now who comes in is that yeah, we'll see.
As
But
Massa almost got the second gap now to Zotax. And will be trying to close the gap to Donut Hole for
yeah,
P3.
I think Riggity's left the session as well while we haven't been looking. Car's ghosting.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, as now there's a battle as Chappie is now closing in on Zotax. As he comes up the inside going into turn one. Will he get the move done? As he's been doing all those moves all the afternoon, he gets the move done
Think, yeah.
beautifully. That was a good move by Chappie. Now he hunts down Massa in P4. But these two guys are going to be in for a treat of a battle, because
Oh my god, Chappie started from P16.
he's up to P5.
Yeah, and he's really got some pace. Might be
He
able
he
to even
could
challenge for the podium.
he might even get on the podium at this rate.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
He could.
penalty. Massa have
So
a penalty. Donut Hole doesn't have a penalty though. Oh my god, as he goes for a dive there.
damage. He got wing damage. He
He
got
got
wing
damage.
damage.
Oh,
That that could just have cost him the podium. Was Beckerman gets past Satoshi. Now, so as a move while we was watching that battle, Satoshi has been passed by the other Mercedes. So
oh, Zotax goes for the inside on Chappie.
but he didn't take it. Sorry, as there's also a battle here between Satoshi and Burkan now, as these two guys are going toe to toe into turn 11. Now as they're coming into turn 12, as Zotax takes the inside line, Satoshi is going to take the cutback as they come out up to the entry of turn 13 as they come back into turn 14. These guys are also really close for a battle on the track, and there's 1/10 separating them. But Satoshi will have DRS down the main straight as we ride on board with them. But there's actually two battles going on: Verk in P10 and Marley as well. So everyone is on the hard tire bar Onion Barge. So everyone has made the different choice, but Onion Barge is currently pulling away from at the as we see. But I don't think that will matter, as Donut Hole is
Yeah,
not.
at the end I think Rinrin is gonna be faster. But
Yeah,
of course that penalty will make it hard for him.
he needs to pull a 3-second gap, unless Onion Barge has to gets a 3-second time penalty, so the gap could be pretty different here. But he doesn't have to feel the pressure of making any moves at the moment, so he can just step back and relax. But Chappie is still going here in P5. I don't think that wing damage is going to cause him, but Zotac seems more more in control now that his car is now damaged in front. So I think there's gonna be an interesting battle. But now as we come down into the final turn, I think he's a bit too far back. He comes out of turn 15 as he comes down the main gate. He's a tad bit closer, but not gonna throw it. But Satoshi, as Burkan gets a bit of rubble on the exit, and Marley comes down to turn 2. And what do we see? We don't see much at the minute. But the battles are pretty close between both of the drivers, but no one is close enough to make a move yet. As we move down into lap 17, with currently 10
Maybe
laps remaining.
Zotax can make a move on the back straight here on Chappie.
Sorry, I think both of these both drivers can. So
Oh, yes, he does.
He gets up into P5.
Chappie,
So
no.
yeah, so he comes in. I think Satoshi's having a look, but he's too far back. So we'll move on to Zotax as he gets past Chappie, and that wing damage costing Chappie dearly earlier, and it is not working in his favour. But moving on, Satoshi again, he's still trying to go up Burkham for P7, but he's just not being able to catch him in the final sector, and each time he tries to catch him in the final sector, he just can't get on the back of him, and not through his own fault. He needs to.
Riggedy joined back.
I think his game crashed. But
Yeah.
as Chaffee pits, I think he can carry on that wing for much longer. So that promotes.
Why
Massa
did it just show that he was ahead of Massa? What?
Game, unless he was close. But
What? Did he
he's gonna
cut a
be
corner
fast
or
on.
something? Maybe.
I'm not too
No,
sure.
he didn't. He didn't get a penalty.
Oh, Massa gets another time penalty.
Oh.
So Nick to good for Massa.
If he wants a podium. Yeah, now Chappie is probably gonna set the fastest lap, I believe.
Is he? Yeah, the thing is, Chappie's
and Marley now.
Verk and Marley both in a battle for P9, no P8. I'm sorry to say, as they come down. As I think Verk will have Marley in a minute. If Verk goes for a lunge on Marley, that would not be a surprise as he comes up the inside. Will Verk get the inside line as he outbreaks Marley and gets the move done? Verk with another one of those moves to get round Marley and into PA, but Marley is not done. Marley's coming back at Verk.
What?
Sorry, Marley's coming back at Verk, but he can't really.
Might in this corner, maybe in this long right-hander, you can often go to the inside there, but he didn't.
Yeah, he came close, but he didn't get in instead. So right on board with him, but Marley's on 6 younger lap tyres, so he's going to have the advantage. And I think maybe we should actually go back and check the case at the front. Onion Barge is still 2.5 seconds ahead of Rinrin, and I'm not sure if Rinrin's struggling here, but he's currently 5 seconds back on him because he's got the 3-second time penalty. So he needs to get moving unless he wants, Onion Barge to take victory from him. But he's got it all to Satoshi gets.
Oh no.
Yeah, these guys are in a. As he gets a bit hefty on the throttle there and power slides in out of turn 4 as he comes down the main straight. He's a bit too far back again on Burkan, and he's just not in the right place to be making any moves at the minute because he was getting close each lap, but I think he's just starting to drop back a tad bit. So yeah, and I think Marley is also actually coming as we work. But as we say that, these two are catching up to that train for going. Maybe a train for P6 is going to start. But Marley again, he's getting the slipstream. Will he have a go
Oh, he
around the
goes.
outside? Goes to the outside. Oh, good.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
yeah. I
Berg
was
gets a
thinking he was.
penalty there.
Yeah, I think See, as Marley gets a penalty as well.
But of course, this
Both
is
try.
gonna help Chappie that all these guys ahead of him are fighting.
Well, he's coming. He's coming round as well. But don't forget, his soft tires are going to be in much better shape, and yeah, they're not going to be in such a good position as Verk gets a 5 sec. Verk pits.
Oof.
I'm not sure why Verk's hitting it. Yeah, that's a weird one. But always, we see at the front, Rin is starting to close down Onion Barge. So
It's Chappie.
Chappie sets the fastest lap, but
No big surprise there.
um, we'll have bigger surprises, but we shall see. Chappie Onion Barge is keeping a nice gap to Rin, but I think his tires might be starting to feel the effects of degrading around now. So Rin has got to get a move on if he's gonna have any chance of winning this race. So I think after last week he will want to try and get back in on the challenge of winning this race. So we shall see what happens in the next 7 laps. As now we approach lap 21, Onion Barge leads with a 2.3 second gap over Rin in P2 as Donut Hole, who's driving an absolutely impressive race on his debut in P3 in the Red Bull, is currently 3 seconds ahead of Massa. Massa, who's also been doing a great job as well, coming in, and after that earlier spin, he's up to
Soltex is
P4.
pitting as well. But yeah, he is on 14 lap on old hearts. He might have calculated that they are not gonna make it to the end.
Yeah, but if you think about it, doing the soft to hard hit is possible because you can get all the way to the end. So unless Zotax is going to try and overtake all these drivers, so if he's coming out, he wants to be ahead
He's on
Burkan.
medium.
Medium.
Yep.
Okay, that might be the one call as now it's just a bit
Now he's
stupid of
gonna lap Riggedy.
yeah, as Riggedy is in P13. Yeah, thing is Riggedy's had a few connection issues, so won't be too best for him. I mean, but Satoshi is getting ever so he's getting closer each time coming into sector 2 and turn 8, but he's just not close enough on the exit of turn 9 into turn 10 to give but Burkan a go for
Oh my god,
P5.
looks like Riggedy now is gonna fight Soltex here into the chicane. Down the inside goes Riggedy. Lovely move from him.
Great move by Riggedy. Oh no! Riggedy spins.
Oof.
Not sure what happened, but ah half this. But Riggedy, I'm not too sure what happened, but that was unfortunate for him. He has just not been his day at all. As now we ride on board for the battle for P5. As Marley is a bit too far. As Massa gets another time penalty, he's going to be 9 seconds back. So unless Burkhan has got any time penalties, he may be promoted up to P4. So this could swing in his favour at the minute. But at the front, what we were saying about these tyres being the different strategy, this doesn't seem to be the case. As Rin is still 2.5 seconds adrift of Onion Barge, and Satoshi does get another time penalty. So that may be the end of his ambitions for P5. So yeah, not the best for him. But who's gone under the radar? Chappie's gone under the radar a bit here. So how is he doing? He's currently 0.8 seconds away from Marley. So he may be up to this battle at the end of the race. He may be up for the battle for P5. So that could affect things on his end. But because these two guys are just not going to be able to get past each other at all. So now we enter the final 5 laps. But that gap at the front is still not coming down at all. That gap is staying exactly the same. And I'm not sure how to say it. But yeah, we need to sort it out. Yeah.
No battles at the moment.
Well, it's just like watching a tumbleweed at the minute. But the thing is, it's France. What battles are there meant to happen? Because the French surrender all the time. Oh god, I've said that out on stream. I'm British. I can say that about the French our next door neighbours. But sorry, but again, sorry if that offends anyone in France. It's fact. But I think at the minute Rin is throwing out the white flag of surrender to the victory here because Onion Barge is just running away with it at the minute. He's not. He's on 15 lap all medium tyres, but Rinrin's cars just seem not to be getting the job done. He's not closing that gap down at all. He's actually increased the gap to 2.9 from 2.5. It's like fluctuating in between, but that gap is not gonna come down, and he needs to get a 5-second advantage.
Just an interesting fact here. Marley's
What?
fastest lap is 2.2 seconds slower than Burkhan's fastest lap.
Birken's fastest lap. Yes.
Yep, and they are only like 6 seconds from each other after 24 laps.
Okay, that is kind of
I
crazy.
don't know, man.
I don't know. Could
I
anyone
don't know,
explain?
man.
Can anybody explain this? If you do, please join us now. But
Let's
oh,
see his fastest lap. How?
oh, Onion's tires are definitely going. That gap is coming down. That gap is coming down now.
Wait,
But he start.
just take a look in Race Director and look at Burkhan's lap. Look at his
Okay.
fastest lap and then look at every other lap around.
Oh
Oh,
god.
he gained like 3 seconds in the last sector. What?
Burkan. Oh god, you're alright.
Oh my god.
Oh, as Bert gets past Chappie. Oh, is Chappie gone? Chappie, where's Chappie? Yellow flags. There was yellow flags
Yeah,
in
he's
the
got no wing.
who?
Chappy.
Oh, bugger again. That's
He
Chappie.
retires. Even though he had 30
That's
seconds left. This gives Hasselhoff P10. That's
this.
actually that's just shows why you should never give up, because he has been driving there in P11 like 40 seconds after the points there, and now he just
Yeah, yeah. Again, not what Chappie wanted because he was
he was in
not.
for a podium actually.
He was in for a podium and just he's just not had any luck the last 4 races, as I said earlier.
No.
He had a DNF in Monaco through no fault of his own. Canada, he also had a DNF through no fault of his own. And just maybe there's got to be a turning point. It's just like with Daniel Ricciardo last year when he was having all that. No, yeah, engine failures last year, and that was just no fault of his own. And it just like it's annoying when you can see a good racing driver just stuck in that position because they can't um, perform because their machinery or luck, and it's very annoying that they can't get on and continue. So yeah, but with 2 laps to go, Onion Barge is out
Yeah,
leading.
Onion got 2 warnings. I checked, but
Ooh,
yeah,
this
I
could
mean,
make it. What is
yeah,
it? I was
three
gonna say this
seconds
can't
in
make.
2 laps. I don't know.
What is it? No, 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 not 3 seconds. 7 seconds. Actually, no,
But
six
like
seconds.
if
My
Onion,
bad.
let's say Onion gets a penalty, then it will be 3 seconds,
Yeah, for sure.
and then move. That's, I mean,
Is this even going to be possible?
I
I
don't
think
think so.
not. Not at all. So, we
I mean,
shall see.
like, for what I've seen so far, my driver of the day would probably be Onion. because he's just
Yeah,
had a almost clean race. He had a spin, which I think it was a racing incident. I'm not sure. And
yeah.
he's got no penalties, and that's pretty good
I mean,
at a track
just a
like
second.
this.
Again, speaking of penalties, where's Satoshi gonna finish? I think
Oh,
that's his
bro.
fourth penalty of the race, so that could be interesting. I mean, apart from Onion, Massa's also had a really good race. His flying start, apart from his
Yeah.
spin. Well, I mean, both driver of the days have both had spins in that case. They shall be joining each other after, but also it's great from Massa. But he's only hang on, I'm not sure if Donut Hole's got a penalty,
Oh yeah, no,
but
Donut Hole, he only got one warning. That's pretty decent as well.
I was gonna say, could Massa sneak onto the podium? That ain't gonna be the case.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
don't.
also like drivers like Chevy could also be a contender for driver of the day, but he just needed to reverse yeah, the damage he got when he made the move on was it Marley or Satoshi, someone where he got
Yeah,
damage. Yeah,
and just not his fault at all. That unfortunately meant
yeah,
that
and
was
also
the end of
Masa's
his race.
penalties are ruining it for him, his
Yeah,
chances of a podium, and yeah.
I mean, you can say we can say all we want about some of the drive. Every can improve, but some of the drivers in this field and who just sometimes race, they you know when they are on top form, they can be challenging. They can be doing all this, but sometimes their head can just get the better of them, and it means um, that they might not be able to get that true form because of that um, reason. But apart from that, we shall just focus on the current moment as Onion is 4 seconds ahead of Ruin, and unless major mechanical malfunction happens or something
Puncture.
big happens, puncture Jeff,
Puncture, puncture.
puncture,
Like
puncture,
they
puncture
would say
Onion.
in France. Puncture, puncture.
Oh, we are gonna not pit him and keep him out with the puncher. As Onion now
Oh my
carries on.
god, yellow flag. Is that Soltax?
Yo, no,
It
Zotax is
is.
spur.
Soltax is
What?
gone.
Did something happen? Did something happen with him and Verk? But I'm
No,
not
I
too
think
sure.
Verk was like 2 seconds off him. But
But
now,
as we said,
Onion is gonna
but
cross the
Onion
line.
left the line as he win in
He went.
France. We win. As Rin comes home in second to finish P2. Now, as that might cut his championship down a bit, but as we watch P3, Donut Hole on his debut gets on the podium. That might have been a bit unexpected for him, but I don't think he's quite too sure himself as he does a little wiggle line. But okay, so we shall see for P4. Massa finishes
Now
10
yellow
seconds
flag
behind.
again. What is going on?
I have no clue. But
Now
right
let's
then,
see.
so P5. Where the question is, where will Satoshi finish? Marley's 1 second
Um,
behind him, but how many penalties has Satoshi got? Shall we? Ready, Marley up
what?
to P6. No, it's not happened. Satoshi obviously. Actually, the penalties must have balanced out then, as Vert crosses the line in
But yeah, Verk
P8.
got that 5 second time penalty, so Soltax might jump him. He
Oh,
does, yeah. Now we have
unfortunately.
Hasselhoff, the final point
Actually,
position.
thinking about it, Marley would be P6 because he had to take avoiding action of when Massa spun, and he had to take off the circuit and got a 3 second time penalty. So that could mean Massa does get P6 if I think correctly.
What?
But no, I mean Marley. So I mean, subject to review for P6 for Marley. You
What? I don't. What?
Oh, Marley got a penalty earlier that he shouldn't have got.
Oh, that he
He had
shouldn't have
to
got. Oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh, ah.
oh, I think I said
Ah.
that.
Ah.
Oh, you had to avoid Massa and go off track and got a penalty, but forget about that for a
The
minute. As
interesting
we,
fact from the race, Riggedy almost got lapped by everyone.
you know, it's not his fault. He had connection issues,
Oh no
and
no yeah, of course not.
but as now Onion Barge comes out onto the podium, he is excited with that, and his second win in his second race, as Rin Rin and Donut will round out the top. As Rin Rin gets another P2, and I think this is going to be pretty long without him winning. But congratulations to Onion on the win, and the rest of the field on some great drives today. And yes, we shall now run through the classified results.
Onion
Uh,
wins the race, and we have the
uh,
Toro Rosso beating the Red Bull.
what is it? I think the sister team, well, Alpha Tori for next season. It's gonna be weird saying Alpha Tori and not Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
So, right then, can I fucking
Okay.
I think my game has decided to commit seppuku. Yes, it has. So, right then, if we have got any time, we might be able to draft some of these drivers in for an interview.
Oh yes.
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 Yes. Get your ass in. Unless you know I shouldn't be saying that on the stream. Right. Right. Let's just get out of this game first before we bring in some of these drivers to an interview, unless you can nab anyone now. So like Martin's grid walk.
Um,
So
let's see.
what the hell? Hang on.
We got Donut
Um,
Hole. He's in the chat.
yeah. Hang on.
We could
Um,
steal him.
what? Do you want to steal him?
We wanna steal him.
Uh,
I think everyone do.
hang on. What's going on?
Okay, we got Rinrin and Satoshi here, the two Toro Rosso drivers.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That was a pretty decent race from both of you. Pretty chaotic race. I don't think anyone had like a completely clean race.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, like even Onion the race winner spun around and stuff.
uh,
It's, that was exciting.
oh yeah.
Sup?
Uh,
Yeah. So you got the second Rin.
yeah.
You had a penalty that made it hard for you, of course.
I just don't know how he done it. Every time that's the second race. He did it in Bahrain. He did the strategy. I just didn't think you could pull off, and he just done it again. Soft to meters. I'm like, what is going on? I was getting a bit frustrated because I was like, he's going to pit soon. Surely he's going to pit. He can't last the mediums till like lap 27. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
What the hell?
I was like, he's still matching my pace on lap 27. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And he was pulling away, and I was like, oh, oh good. Congratulations to him. Again, great race. I say my race wasn't completely without incident, that's for sure. Had a bit of contact with Martin, which I did try and leave as much space as I could, and I was just like, the next thing I knew, there was contact, and I was like, oh god, he spun out.
Yeah, it was a
But
pretty good battle you had, apart from the spin.
oh yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go up against Martin, you gotta be fierce, you gotta be aggressive. You can't just go, here's some space. No, you gotta get rough. So. I
But yeah.
think it went a bit too rough.
Right then. So
So yeah, congrats
we
with
shall.
the P2. And
All right then. So
we have Satoshi, his teammate, starting from P12, finishing in P6. Satoshi, you there?
Well, first of all, my quality pace was pretty bad I think I expected more, but I wouldn't make it into the top 10 even with my practice run, which was a mid 32. The start was a bit messy, you know. Scars are everywhere.
I mean,
Then
no one crashed into turn 1.
yeah, I expect. Well, it was some contact in turn 1, so and then I had that incident between me and Onion where
Oh yeah.
we touched. I tried to let him some space, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
might have
think
been a
I
racing
didn't.
incident, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't felt any hit, but I've got a warning for causing a collision. So well, um, and then I had some fight with Burke, but after I got my second penalty, I knew that I have no chance to take B5. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I would say a pretty decent result, despite all the penalties and qualifying P12.
I thought that I can do the same thing as I did in Bahrain, starting from P14 and to the podium. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, moving on to Donut Hole.
Yeah. Well,
Who?
first of all, congrats to Rinrin and Onion for a great race, and it's a shame that I couldn't challenge with my pace them. I struggled a bit on the second stint, and I think in qualifying I had pretty decent pace, but I believe I lost out in sector 2 a bit.
But yeah, that's a very good result from you, finishing on the podium in your debut.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think everything just went right for you today, didn't it? Or
Yeah, I avoided any incidents, and I only got one warning, so avoided penalties, so I could take it a bit easy in the second stint, since I knew that I couldn't challenge Rin Rin. And Massa behind had a 9-second time penalty, so I could slow down a bit to secure the P3.
yeah,
But
I actually thought that some of the guys behind you would maybe overtake you, but yeah, you showed some pace, and they didn't catch up to you. So congrats with the podium, well deserved.
Thank you.
right then, so now moving on to the Mr. Marley.
Huh.
So that today that was a from one thing we saw, you was having a good little battle and romance with your teammate today. So
Yeah.
how did you find that race overall? Good.
That wasn't really a battle because we were on vocal and he just spun. So I was like, okay, just re-overtake me. You're really faster. But yeah, I've lost a bit of time because I pit in the same lap that him, and unfortunately the team wasn't ready enough. I lost like 5 or 6 seconds, I think. But I don't think it would have changed or anything. I was catching up Satoshi at the end of the race. Maybe with 1 or 2 laps, I could have overtaken.
Yeah, you were in like that big midfield battle in the
Yeah,
race.
it
There
was
were a lot of
really
drivers.
nice. A shame this contact with Alfist at the beginning of the race. I
fuck
don't
up.
know what
Jesus, I
happened
thought
really.
at the same time.
I
Oh, with
tried to record it, but I pushed the wrong button. So
Well, I think that both of you and Massa pitted on the same lap, right?
yeah. So I got
Yeah,
stuck behind him.
that's why I passed you, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
but it was a good battle though.
Yeah.
I wish we had like 2 more laps to catch you.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that battle was it was firstly Satoshi and Burkan who was both having a go at each other and it was getting really close, but and then Marley and Satoshi getting really close, and then
Yeah,
at the
because
end,
I just saved fuel and DRS, that's why, basically.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's really tricky. You need a lot of Ubers in this track.
yeah, that just like one thing I'd like to say, Marley, did you get a time penalty for avoiding Massa when he spun?
Yeah, I got 3 seconds. I recorded that. I was going to appeal for that.
So pending FIA results, P6 could be different, but we didn't. We shall not. We shall speak after, Jeff. We shall speak after.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd just like to say thanks for doing all the interviews tonight, and congratulations to Rinrin and Donut Hole, especially on his P3 on his debut, and P2 Onion Barge for winning, and Marley's.
Yeah, that was a good debut.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
Congrats,
nice.
man.
And congrats, Rin Rin.
Thank you. Congrats on your points.
Congrats.
I thought you win. I'm sorry. Still congrats, but
So
it's
yeah,
okay. It's nice to let people win.
Well then, so
so yeah, remember to join back next week. It will be Austria, and we'll be ending the stream now.
well, actually, yeah, that I will not be there next week, so I
Oh,
shall.
Rip.
I'll be back week after. So I think at the minute it stands Chief, Ocean Chief will be standing in, or
Oh,
or,
Oh,
my
The
guess
old
would my
man.
guess would be cursed.
Cursed or Ocean Chief, we shall see. So
oh. Yep. Oh.
right,